I'm Gary Schotten, and I'm here as a part of Inspiring Better Business. And today we're going to talk about banking relationships. And this is a spin to recognize that the bank is a vendor of yours. They're someone that supplies you something, just like we have a steel supplier, or we have a material supplier, or we have a internet supplier. The bank is one of those suppliers, and they're pretty important if you're in business. You're at the level that you can borrow money, what's called a secured loan, where you can borrow money and pledge assets against that, because that's how the banks work. And the bank is looking for, and we're suggesting that we create long-term lasting relationships with all vendors, and specifically the bank, specifically with the people that are key inside the bank. Now, in the United States, we have a lot of movement inside the banks. We have a lot of large multi-location banks, and frankly, it bothers me to be only connected with one of those, because yeah, you could say I've banked at this particular bank for many years, but the individuals inside that bank do not know you. And there's a time and place that surfaced here in the last week that is amazingly important, that I had that 30-year relationship with the same people besides the same bank. Now, the bank actually changed names, but I still had the relationships with the people inside that bank. Here's what happened. We had an opportunity for our federal government to help us in business to make sure we had people on payroll. It's called a payroll protection plan. And I applied for that, and it became evident that my banking relationship was critical, because everybody was applying for this in a 4 and 5 day period. And the fact that I had a good relationship and they knew me, trusted me, it allowed me to go to the top of the list. And I got a chunk of money, a good chunk of money, almost the second day that it was even possible. I was in the first wave, and I understand now the money's run out. I don't know if there's going to be any more, and I can't answer those questions. But in my case, the lesson here is that I had and have maintained solid, consistent relationships with my bank, with my bankers. And that means when they ask me for something like a financial statement or that monthly I report to them my accounts receivables in a report. I have a line of credit that's tied to that accounts receivables, and they're only following procedures that our federal government have given them as guidelines. They have a ton of procedures. So why would I bulk and hold back and criticize and delay and put it last on the list? I'm telling you, when they ask me for something, I have it back to them normally in 24 hours. You know what that does? It tells them that I have my act together. It tells them that I have my financial statements in place. And when I foresee something that's going to be a little bit maybe risky, or I'm not sure of the future, I make an appointment about 15 minutes, don't take all day, and I go in and say, listen, here's what's happening. I want to just keep you advised. If I needed a loan, I would like to at least come and talk with you way ahead of time if I needed something from you. It never happened most of the times, but they want to hear from me. They don't want me to come in on a sob story the last minute, and that happens to them. They have people walk in and say, if you don't give me a loan by tomorrow, I'm out, I'm done. I've heard of people coming in when they finally can't pay their bills anymore, they just throw the keys on the desk of the banker and says, it's yours. That's not a good way to do it. So I have a confidence in my bank, and they have a confidence in me. And wow, did that pay off. And I heard of other people that were scrambling, trying to find a banker, because these loans, they're loans that are forgiven. And by the way, when you dig deep into it, the reason the banker is very selective and they want to be connected with somebody they trust. They already have a relationship. Why wouldn't they? I'm a regular customer. They should take care of me first. That's what happened. And I maintained that relationship so that would happen. And so basically, they're actually guaranteeing the loan in one way or another. Yeah, the federal government is trusting the banker to be in essence, the eyes on the ground, making sure the loans are going to legitimate, trustworthy companies that can do business in a good fashion. So they have a lot on the line. So again, my lesson is develop long-term relationships with all of your vendors. Don't jump around just because somebody gives you just a little better break. I don't want my workers to jump because somebody onto another job just because somebody gave them a 25 cents an hour more money. I want them to stay with me. So I'm planting good seeds of loyalty, and I have many good seeds of being 20 years with our company with some of the same suppliers that have been with us for years and years and years. And yeah, I could maybe sometime get a little cheaper price on something because somebody can always undercut them. I don't bite for that. Realize we're not seeking money. We're not seeking wealth. We're seeking the ability to do a good job, and the byproduct of that is profit, money, success. Seek the right thing, and you'll be much better off. Don't seek money. Seek the proper business procedures that you should be operating in. Banking relationships are important. I hope you gather a little information from this that's helpful. Thanks for being a part of Inspiring Better Business.